Oh girl, you are ABCT. Oh girl, you are ABCT. Oh girl, you're perfect. You're perfect. Oh baby, you're perfect. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nicole. If you don't know me, you're gonna get to know me. You're gonna love it here, baby. So y'all, I know it's been a minute since y'all seen me. I've been away for like y'all see that I've been away for like some months, to be honest, maybe almost a year. But yeah, so basically this video is gonna be like a updated, not a Q&A, but like story time, like a life update slash story time slash mukbang. So let's get into it. I got some BOJANGLES. If y'all know me, y'all know I love to eat. And I don't play. But I'm finna cut my car on because it's hot and the sun is like beaming in my face. Yeah. So alright, y'all. So hold on. About to say we're gonna wait for that to go off. So I'm gonna cut my ear down so y'all can hear me. So let me tell y'all what I got to eat first before we start. They gave me dirty rice. I don't eat dirty rice, but they gave it to me because they didn't have wings, and that's what I wanted. But I got a two-piece white, so it's a breast and wing, but they didn't have wings, so they gave me another breast and some dirty rice. And then I just got 2 fries to go with it. They Cajun fries. Y'all, I love BOJANGLES down, and I love their fries, so yep. This is what it look like, y'all. And then they give me no biscuit, but it's okay because I got dirty rice. So it's perfect for my food. Amen. So we're gonna get right into it. So in my last video, I basically told y'all I wasn't working and that I was working on something that I didn't really want to speak on until it was like done, or you know, whatever. Basically, I didn't want to tell my business until it was final, pretty much. Oh, y'all, this is so off topic, but I just got done getting a tattoo. If you can see it, that's what it look like. This one, not old, it's new, but like, this is the newest one. I don't mind it. That's like the ink or whatever. I gotta scrub it off when I take a shower. But yeah, y'all, she's cute. Mark my words, my sleeve will be done by December, period. So yeah, boom. So I didn't want to really say nothing about, you know, what I was doing until it was final or whatever. So that's why I didn't tell y'all what I was doing. But now that, you know, it's over, you know, I done moved on, I can tell y'all. So I joined the Army. I know it's crazy because I never would have thought I would join the Army of all people, but I did. First, and oh, they did give me a biscuit, y'all. It was on top of, it was up under my chicken. I enlisted in February, and then I did my final swearing in March. So I'm hungry. Where should I start? So I joined the Army because I wanted the good benefits. I wanted to have that under my belt. I wanted to retire. I wanted to go back to school. And yeah, I just pretty much wanted to like use it as a stepping stool in my career, because joining the Army can take you a lot of places if you do it right or whatever. So yeah, I went through the whole process, like the ASVAB. Okay, I took the ASVAB once, y'all. I took the ASVAB and I made a 26, which was not a passing score. You have to have a 31 to pass. So I was rescheduled with my recruiter to take it again, but every time like I would try to go take it, something would happen. Like he would send me the wrong address, or he wouldn't put my name on the list to take it, and it was just always something. So I was like, okay, maybe this is a sign. I should just, you know, figure something else out. So I got a new recruiter. Mind y'all, the recruiters that I was getting kept telling me like I needed to lose weight to join the Army. I was too overweight, for my height or whatever, and I didn't meet the Army body fat standards. So I kept like switching recruiters and stuff, like just finding different recruiters, blah blah blah. So finally my last recruiter, he told me about this program. He was like, it's something called 09 Mike program. Why is the lady looking at my card? Yeah, because it can get like that. Thank you. Anyway, he told me about the 09 Mike program and the ARMS program or whatever. So the ARMS program is pretty much like a weight program where you go, you work out, you lose weight, and then once you get to where you need to be, then that's when you can go ahead and go to basic training. The same with 09 Mike, you pretty much are in class every day for 3 weeks until it's time to take the test. You take the test, once you pass, you move on to basic training. After you pick a job, whatever. Cool. So I was like, you know what? Then he also told me you get paid the same as you would if you were just going to basic training. So I'm like, okay. I can't pass the test at home. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, the test was a little hard, but it's mainly because I'm bad at math. Like, I'm good at words and everything else, but math, I just suck at math. Anything dealing with math, I suck. You know, I've always been like that. So, anyway, so I was like, you know what? Let's try it. So, I told my recruiter that's what I wanted to do. I did my physical and everything. I swore in. I did all of that, the whole process. I went to MEPS twice. And I passed my physicals, like my hearing and, what else? My hearing, my eyes, they checked my weight and made sure I was like eligible for the program or whatever. All that good stuff, y'all. They did all that. So you basically have to go through like a full physical. I ask you questions, run tests, stuff like that, just to make sure you're healthy enough to join the Army. Cool. I passed the physical. So, okay. Now we fast forward to the night before I get shipped out. So, the night before I get shipped out, I'm at the hotel. And the hotel was nice. I chilled in my room the whole time. And I talked to my roommate. And my roommate was a girl that was in the Army, but she wanted to re-enlist. I don't know why she got out. Or if she got kicked out. I don't know what happened, but she was already in. She was an AIT. So, cool. So, and y'all, if I'm smacking, don't mind me. This is a mukbang. But anyway. So, the hotel was nice. I walked around for a little bit, looked around. They had complimentary dinner or whatever. I was just in my room on my iPad watching videos about like basic training, Army, all that. On my program, all that stuff. Because I was nervous. So, we had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. No, 3. 3 because we had to be at MEPS. The MEPS building at 4. So we got up at 3. You know, I took my shower, got myself together. I took all my piercings out, all my jewelry, because, you know, that's when they have to do like a last screening just to make sure everything's good and they know where you're going, like where you're doing your training or whatever. And you swear in for the last time, you sign papers, all that. So I did all that at MEPS. It was a long process. And then after all that, I swore in for the last time. Before I knew it, I was on that bus on the way to Fort Jackson. So, anyway, I went to Fort Jackson. I got to reception 120, which is like pretty much where they process you at. And you have to be there for like a couple of days where they get your pay right. You get your uniform. You take your, this man's all in my face. You take your, what is it called? Hero photos, like all that stuff. They draw your blood, all that, y'all. So, reception. I was at reception for a total of I shipped out, when did I ship out? I shipped out March 10th. I got to Fort Jackson March 11th. Reception. March 11th. And then, yeah, I didn't get to the 09 mic program until March 17th. So I was at reception for 6 days. Now, a lot of people were there longer because they got in trouble or their stuff was, or had to get like their information and stuff handled, whatever the case may be. But you don't want to be there longer than you have to. And you don't want to get stuck. Because, baby. Anyway. So, while I'm at reception, I'm just getting my uniform, taking pictures, doing everything I'm supposed to do before I can get sent to where I need to go. Mind you, reception is on a military base. But it's not the same place, but it's like in the same area as where basic training and on our mic program is. Okay, cool. It's all in each other. So, my experience with reception, never again. When you hear people talk about reception, which they also call it 120th, like, I only hear bad things about it. Like, I hear some people say they have fun. Like, I have fun because I made a lot of friends or whatever. And I did a lot of, like, I don't know. Before I left, I was like a homebody. Like, I didn't go nowhere. I didn't really talk to nobody. Like, I stayed in the house. If I went somewhere, it was like out to eat or like taking a trip or something. Like, I don't really, like, you know, be in people's face. So anyway, when I was there, I made a lot of friends. I met a lot of cool people. But yeah, it was just horrible. If I'm being honest, it was horrible, y'all. When I say horrible, it was horrible. We got our uniforms and we had to stand in boots for like 8 hours every day while they get our information together and put us on the ship roster, making sure, you know, everything's, when it comes to the Army, they like to have stuff organized, neat, and like, just like, they just don't play. And they're very strict and big on standards and discipline. You know, that's just the Army, that's just the military in general. So it was very time consuming. It was exhausting. Getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, having all of our stuff, our duffel bag full of stuff, laundry bag full of stuff, and walking with it, or just having our bag with us and having to stand in those boots for 8 hours. Just hours, and it seemed like it was never ending, y'all. Like, oh my gosh, I hated it so bad. Like, my feet swole up so bad. I guess because my feet are not used to boots, and when you get boots, you have to break them in, so your feet have to get used to them. So your skin on your feet have to get rough enough to be able to withstand the boots or whatever. But I was in so much pain, like, oh my God, I was hurting so bad every day. And then you're there with people of all ages. They come from all over the world. I done met some people from Kenya. I done met some people from Jamaica, Europe, England. Like, I'm talking about, I done met people all over the world, y'all. All ages. Everybody looked different. Everybody came from different backgrounds. So it's like, you got a lot of attitudes mixing in with each other. And everybody is strangers to everybody. Like, when you get there, they take your phone. You can't talk to your family until Sunday. And you're just there with a bunch of strangers. Y'all all going through the same thing. So, of course, you're going to bond and make friends. But, y'all, when I tell you, like, when I went, like, when I was at reception, there were some kids that were coming straight out of high school. Mind you, I graduated 2023. So, I'm grown. I don't play with little kids. But some kids is like, they was just so childish and immature, like, and they would mess it up for everybody. So, like, they would be talking information. You're not supposed to talk information. Like, everybody know you're not supposed to talk information. They would be talking information, and the drill sergeant would catch them and tell us to drop. Y'all, when they told us to drop that first time, when I tell you I was shocked, I said, drop what? What do you want me to drop? My Camelback? And you also, when you wear your uniform, you have to wear a Camelback, which is a hydration pack, which is where you get your water from or whatever. You have to have it on you 24/7 because we're out there in the heat. But however, when I went, it was wintertime. Well, it was wintertime. It was winter, almost time for fall. It was about to warm up, but it was cold when I went. It was freezing because it was March. So anyway, when the drill sergeant said drop, So, you know, they have to explain it to us. So he explained it to us or whatever. And so we drop and we doing push-ups, y'all. I said push-ups. When I tell y'all I was on my knees, baby. Who finna do a push-up? What do you mean? Because they're talking, you want me to do a push-up? Mind you, y'all, that's how the military and that's how the army is. But, like, I had to get used to it. I was like, push-up. Anyway, so cool. I hated reception. I hated every bit of it. I will never do it again. Well, I don't know. Y'all, I just hated reception so bad. Oh my God. It was torture. But it was good moments. The food was good in the DFAC. And y'all know I'm a big girl. I love to eat. But I don't know. It's just being away from my family, being in a new environment, and like being yelled at, cursed at. Like, I don't know. It just took a minute for me to get used to it. So that first week I was there, which I was only there for a week, it was tough. So when I finally caught my family that Sunday, y'all, I cried so bad. I said, I don't want to do this no more. I want to quit. I want to come home. I miss y'all. I hate it here. They're so mean to us. They be screaming at us, cussing at us, making us do push-ups. They be getting in our face. We had to stand for all hours out the day. Just stupid stuff. Like, it was just stupid. Like, having to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning just to stand outside of formation in the cold. Like, what? What do you mean? And waiting for a drill sergeant to come get us, to take us to breakfast. Like, I hated that. But when I made friends, it felt good knowing that I'm here with these people and they're going through the same thing I'm going through. So they know exactly how I feel. So anyway, while I was at reception, I done seen some crazy stuff. I done seen people fighting. I done seen people like get in the drill sergeant face, like, oh baby, you're bold. I could never. I done seen the police be called. I done seen people pass out. People have seizures. People have panic attacks. One girl tried to run away. She went AWOL. And they had the dogs looking for her. Like, y'all, it was crazy. And then we had to go in the auditorium and have a meeting or whatever about people running away and going AWOL. Like, baby, you're going to do time. Why would you run away? These people are going to find you. On the phone day, y'all. Anyway. So, more of that story. I hated everything about reception. But I was just so glad, like, when I finally had got it over with. I was so happy. Oh, my God. So, yeah. At the reception, they told me where I was shipping to, which I knew was going to be in Fort Jackson because I was going to the program and not basic training. And, of course, I was nervous because I done went through all this in one place and now I'm going to have to go to another place and deal with some more crap that I don't know what I'm getting myself into. And then some of the friends that I made at reception were not going to the program. Some of them were going to basic training, or some people were going home, because sometimes reception, like, if you're at basic training and you quit, you go to reception if they don't have space for you. So I done met all kind of people, and now I'm being separated from the friends that I made to go to another place. So I was scared, but I was like, you know what? I got to do what I got to do. I got to be strong. I got to push myself. I can't give up. You know, I done made it this far. I might as well finish through. So, mind y'all, this is the day before we get shipped out. The drill sergeants were taking people off the ship roster like crazy. Like, if you got in trouble, or if you got into it with a drill sergeant, or if you were talking in formation, or just being disrespectful, if your information wasn't correct, or you didn't finish what you needed to finish in order to go to the next step, you were taken off the ship roster immediately, and you would have to stay at reception for however long until they get whatever they need to send you off. So I was scared, y'all. I was like, oh my gosh, I better be on the ship roster, because they done did one ship roster while I was there, but my stuff wasn't, like, I wasn't complete with my process or whatever. So, what else? Yeah, I done lost my train of thought just that fast. But anyway, so when it came time for me to make the next ship roster, I was like, oh my gosh, I better be on the ship roster. Me and my friends, like, baby, I need to go to the program and go ahead and get this over with so I can go ahead and pass my test and go ahead and go to basic training, get that over, blah, blah, blah. So, they called out the ship roster. I was on there. Thank you. And yeah, I was like, okay, you finna ship out to such and such. You know, pack your stuff. My stuff was already packed because we basically had to keep our stuff packed up anyway. Because reception is supposed to be like, it's not supposed to be, you're not supposed to be there forever. It's just supposed to be a couple days. Get what you need to get and go. So yeah. So I asked the people that I was in formation with while we was waiting on the drill sergeant or whatever. Because one thing about me, baby, I talked in formation. Like, when it was your drill sergeant around, I did not talk. I didn't talk. Because you won't make me do push-ups and embarrass me. And yell at me and cuss at me and tell me shut the F up. So I didn't talk when the drill sergeant was around. But when the drill sergeant went around, thank you. But anyway, I asked some of the people in my formation, I was like, y'all, do you think they gonna like scream at us and yell at us and make us run and stuff when we get there? And it was like, no, they don't do that. That's only when you go to basic training, not the program. They don't do that, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, I don't believe that. So my personal bag, which is my book bag that I came with, I threw everything away. My clothes, shoes, some of my like lotion and perfumes and stuff, I threw all that away. I was like, I feel like they're gonna make us like run with our bags and stuff, because that's what I hear and that's what I watched on YouTube and TikTok before I came. I was like, no, I feel like they're gonna do that. Y'all are saying they're not, but I don't trust it. So I got rid of all my stuff. So we get on the bus. Mind you, reception is right down the road from the program. So a drill sergeant get on the bus with us. He giving us tips and stuff. He was like, I'm gonna give y'all free chicken. I wish I could tell y'all his name, but I can't. But I love that drill sergeant. He was my favorite. He was one of my favorite. I love him. Anyway, he was like, I'm gonna give y'all free chicken. Free chicken is basically free advice. So he told us, you know, pretty much, if a drill sergeant asks you, do you have a question? And you don't, just don't say nothing, because then they're not gonna be able to hear the people that do have questions. So silence is compliance. So anyway, he told us that. Ever since then, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like him. So yeah, anyway, y'all, we get off the bus. The bus is on a hill. Like, the place is on, how to say it? The bus stop is at a hill. We had to run down the stairs to get to like where the program is or whatever. Like to where we was the company I was in, pretty much. So let me cut my car out, y'all. So anyway, because it done cooled down. So anyway, it's a bone. We had to run down the stairs with our bag. Mind you, not only do I have my personal bag, I have my laundry bag and I have my big green duffel bag full of uniform and full of all of my uniforms, my hygiene stuff, like everything. So cool. We gotta run down the stairs with our stuff. Then we get to the company and the drill sergeants are screaming in our face, y'all. They're screaming in our face. They're yelling at us, cussing at us, making us hold our bags over our heads and running plays. Like, some people are laughing because, you know, some people just don't take stuff serious. I'm not laughing because I was scared. Like, I know they can't hit me or nothing, but at the same time, it's like somebody's yelling in my face like, I don't like that. Like, back up. But you can't tell them back up. That's their job or whatever. So I was just like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? And I'm like looking at like the people that I was in reception with, like my friends. I'm just looking at them. I'm like, y'all, what were we thinking? What were we thinking? So anyway, mind you, why they making me hold my bag over my head, it's not doing nothing to me because there's nothing in my bag but some socks and my iPad, because I brought my iPad to the Meps Hotel so I could watch YouTube. There's nothing in my bag. Meanwhile, there's people packing suitcases, big duffel bags full of stuff, 2 bags, coming with 2 bags, plus their laundry bag, plus their duffel bag. Why did you bring all that? You're not moving in. Like, anyway, so, my arms was just getting tired from holding them up Like, we literally had to hold it up, like, and you can't rest it on your head. You have to hold it up in the air, like, oh my God, y'all, I hated that. And then they'd be like, you pack it, you hold it. Nobody told you to pack all that shh. I'm like, oh my God, calm down. Anyway, so, yeah, y'all. So finally, they're teaching us left face, right face, about face. We had to dump out all our stuff, and they told us what was contraband, what we could keep, what we can't keep. They gave us our phone for a minute to tell our people where we was at, and then we made it to the program and sent them our address so they could send us letters. And y'all, like, after all that, we ate and we went upstairs to do personal hygiene. They taught us how to toe the line, how to make our beds, what time to get up, what time to be in first formation, like all that. So about fire guard, all that. So pretty much like the basics. So then, when we got upstairs, y'all, when I tell you I cried so bad, y'all, I cried so bad. I was like, oh my gosh, y'all, I don't know what I got myself into. I'm talking to my friends, and there's a lot of people like up there, like in the bay crying and like, just like rethinking our decision, like regretting joining. Cause like, I don't know what we expected, but it definitely wasn't that. So I'm crying, talking to my friends. Some of my friends crying. I'm like, Lord have mercy. What were we thinking? Mind you, we're stuck. It's not like we could just go home when we want to. We can say, oh, we don't want to do this no more. We can just go home. No, baby. It's the Army. You signed that contract. You don't have to go through. So I'm like, freak. So anyway, I'm like, I just got to do what I got to do. So I just prayed about it. Went to sleep. Wake up for first formation. They're telling us how everything gonna go. We're getting safety briefs, sharp briefs. Just pretty much telling us like everything we need to know or whatever. So as time goes on, we start class. So the first week we start classes. I got there March 17th, Monday. Started class Wednesday, March 19th. So I'm in class. While I'm in class, I'm making friends in the bay. I'm just getting used to everything. And I'm starting to get comfortable, whatever. Like, yeah, the drill sergeants can be hard sometimes, but like after you're there for a while, they start to loosen up and you become cool with them. Like, it was a lot of drill sergeants I was cool with that I could like talk to or tell them I needed something, or like whatever the case may be. Even something, let me get my phone. Shh, don't tell nobody. But anyway, I got cool with some drill sergeants, and mind you, I was overweight, so I wasn't just there to pass my test. I was also there to lose weight. So I want to make sure I touch on everything, y'all. So if I'm like zoning out, it's because I'm trying to think. But anyway, y'all, look at that. I didn't offer y'all none. I'm so sorry. Here, take a bite. You're welcome. We can get some fries. There you go. So anyway, where was I at? Y'all done got off topic. I think I got ADHD. Excuse me, I forgot where I was at. Anyways, I made friends, blah, blah, blah. So we in class like all day long. So it's breakfast. Well, it's PT, which is physical training. So we work out in the morning. After that, personal hygiene, we take our showers, we go to breakfast. After that, you go to class. After class, you go to formation, you go to lunch. After lunch, you go back to formation, you go back to class. After lunch, it's time to go to bed. It's time to do your hygiene and go to bed. So anyway, it's supposed to be a 3-week program, but it's not a full 3 weeks. It's like 2 weeks and a half. So I'm in class every day. I'm studying hard. I'm paying attention. I'm asking questions. I'm taking notes. I'm having my friends help me with stuff that I don't know. So I'm confident. I'm like, okay, here can a test. I'm finna pass, pick my job, lose this weight, and I'm on my way to basic training. So the tests come. I pray like I always do when something big coming up. Well, I pray, period. But, I prayed. I'm like, you know, God, please help me to pass this test. I've been working hard. You know, I'm putting in the effort. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. Help me pass this test. Y'all, I go to take the test. Tell me why I failed. Why did I fail? I failed miserably. Girl, I made a 23. I said, the devil is a liar. How did I make a lower score than what I made when I was home? So, failed. So I'm like, freak. Now I got to do the 3 weeks all over again and take the test again. I got to be here even longer and deal with people I don't want to deal with and listen to the drill sergeant mouth. And I'm just like, I just feel like it's holding me back from going to basic training and being able to continue on with this process. So when I failed, I was sad. I cried at the testing site because I'm just like, I don't want to go through this again. Like, why me? Why did I fail? Of all people. You got other people here playing, you know, doing all kind of stuff they ain't got no business. Like, they just don't care. Like, they don't want it for real. And then there's me that cares and that wants it and that does the right thing. And I fail? Ooh, that chicken got a little kick. So anyway, I failed. But what made it better was that some of my friends failed. So it was like some of my friends passed and they were moving on to basic training. But then some of my friends failed and they had to be there with me to take the test again. So I was like, okay, you know what? It's a win-win. Well, it's in between. So anyway, I'm in class, taking the test. Well, I'm in class. I'm going through the classes all over again so I can go ahead and take the test. However, this time I just studied less than what I studied the first time. And I stopped like stressing. I was just like, okay, I'm going to pray. I'm going to study for an hour every day and I'm going to leave it to God. Whatever happens, happens. So I'm studying. Come time for the test again. I'm like, okay. I pray. I said, God, if this is what you want from me, then I'll pass this test. So y'all, I go to take the test and I pass. Thank you. But anyways, I passed the second time. Mind you, I still need to lose weight. So I was like, while I was studying or whatever, I was just like, while I was studying in class, I was just working out, trying to watch what I was eating. For a long time, I wasn't losing no weight. Like, because they have French toast and pancakes and the deep fat bacon and biscuits. And I'm just like, and y'all want me to eat right? What are you talking about? Please watch out. Because at home, I don't eat breakfast. Like, unless somebody cook bread, I do not eat breakfast. So French toast every day? Please. And I used to put butter on my French toast. Please. I was eating good. But I had to stop because I was like, okay, I want to lose weight. I have to lose weight to go to basic training. So it's like, okay, once I pass my test, I really need to lock in and lose weight. So after I passed, I locked in. But before I took the test, I had lost some weight. I had lost like, 5-10 pounds or whatever. Cool. So after I passed the test, I had lost, it was time for me to lose weight. So I was working out 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, and before dinner. So I was working out 3 times a day. I was trying to watch what I was eating. So I was just pretty much eating like meat and salad. Well, vegetables. So protein and then salad. Drinking a lot of water. I stay hydrated. Because when I tell y'all, I don't see so many people pass out. Or going to a heat cap. Or like. I just seen so many heat-related injuries being at Fort Jackson. Because it is so hot in South Carolina. Mind you, I'm from South Carolina, so I know how hot it can get, but I'm used to the heat. However, y'all, when I tell you I got so dark, oh my gosh. Y'all, I got so dark. Oh my gosh, I got like 2 shades darker than what I usually am. Like, I'm probably darker now. Like, y'all should have seen my tan. Like, I had a farmer's tan. Like, like for my shirt and my shorts, you can see my tan, my socks, because usually we got to wear your socks like up a little bit. Like, it was such a tan on my legs. And I'm still a little bit tan on my ankles and stuff. But anyway, I'm working out. Cool. After I passed my test, I couldn't pick a job like everybody else because I still had to lose weight. And getting body fat standards or whatever. So I couldn't pick a job until after I taped out. Yo, my arm is a little sore, I ain't gonna lie. A little sore. But anyway, yeah, so working out, blah blah blah. While I'm working out, my hip has started bothering me, and I'm like, I ain't never had no hip problems. What's going on? Mind you, I done dislocated one knee before, and then I tore a ligament. Well, I tore my meniscus in my other knee. All of this while I was working at KFC, y'all, like when I was 17. So I've had problems in both my knees. So, anyway, as I'm working out, my hip will start hurting. And I'm like, mind you, we be lifting weights. We be working with kettlebells. We be running, walking, like doing all kind of stuff I ain't never did before. Because when I was home, I was not working. Well, I was working out at first when I wanted to join until he told me about the program. But I'm like, okay, you know what? Because I'm not losing enough weight at home. So maybe I need to try the program and see if that'll help me lose weight, which it did. I had lost 15 pounds. Well, 15 to 18 pounds. I was, last year I was 226. When I left the program, I was 195. So I was a big girl. Big. But anyway. So yeah, y'all, my hip was hurting, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go to sick call. Sick call is basically like the clinic, the doctor, you know, for the army or whatever, wherever you at. So I was like, I'm not going to go to sick calls. I'm going to put me on profile. If they put me on profile, I'm not going to be able to work out. I'm going to be able to lose weight, and I'm going to be here forever. Mind you, I've already been there for 2 months because I failed my test the first time. That's 1 month. Passed my test the second time. That's 2 months. And the program is only 3 months. You can only be there for so long. You cannot be there like a full 90 days. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to be gone before the end, or you get kicked out pretty much. So I was like, I'm not going to sick call. I'm not. So I was working out on my hip for 2 weeks. So I was like, you know what? I just can't stand it no more. Like, the pain was so bad. And when you're in the army, you have to stand in formation. Like, no matter what, you always gonna have to be in formation. Well, not always, but like 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be in formation. Like, come on now. So anyways, mind you, when you're in formation, you have to stand still. Like, you cannot move. Your feet have to be at the position of attention unless they put you at parade rest. And I'm just like, when we get like briefs and stuff where they tell us to come downstairs so they need to tell us something or give us our CAD cards, whatever the case may be, when you're downstairs with a drill sergeant, you're going to be in formation 9 times out of 10 if everybody's downstairs. So when I'm sitting in formation, my hip is killing me. I feel like I'm about to like fall. Like my whole leg finna give out. It's throbbing. It's aching. It's hurting. And mind you, my drill sergeants that I work out with are telling me you need a foam roll, you need to stretch, drink more water, blah, blah, blah. So I'm doing all those things, and then the pain's not getting better. I'm using Tiger Balm, Icy Hot, anything you think I could use, I was using. I was on ibuprofen. I was on naproxen, Tylenol, everything. Everything, baby. Nothing was working. So I'm like, I'm going to the doctor. Go to the doctor. They give me an MRI. And in the MRI, it showed that I had a grade 3 stress fracture in my hip. I'm like, oh, what? So she explained it to me. It was an Army doctor. She explained it to me, and she was like, pretty much, I guess you overworked your hip because your body's not used to working out. And our drill sergeants have always told us, like, we have to be careful and take our prenatals, our vitamins, keep our bones strong, drink milk, because females tend to have, hip fractures because of I guess the way our hips are made, because we're able to give birth. So I guess our hips are more fragile than a man's. So I got a fracture in my hip. I think a grade 4 is the worst, but I was at grade 3. She could see like little mini cracks, I think. Mini cracks in my hip bone. Like I don't know what it's called, y'all. It was cracks in my hip bone. That's all I know. She showed me like specifically like where it was at in my hip. I just don't know how to describe it. So I was like, okay, that makes sense why I'm in so much pain. And why the foam rolling and the stretching isn't helping. It's not helping because you cannot foam roll and stretch a bone. Like a ligament, a muscle, yeah, but a bone, that's not going to help the pain. So it makes sense because my hip was almost broken. So now I'm like, okay, now this makes sense. So anyway, I didn't want the crutches. She tried to give me crutches, but I didn't want them because I don't know, just walking around with crutches is embarrassing. And I don't want nobody feeling bad for me. All that, oh, let me help you, all that. I don't like all that. I said, baby, don't give me the crutches. I'll limp around. Bad idea. I am limp, y'all, and mind you, I cannot work out. I was on profile for 2 weeks. I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't even stand long, y'all. But anyway, yeah, I'm sweating a little bit. Ooh. But yeah, I was on profile for 2 weeks. Blah, blah, blah. I ended up having to get out of the army due to health reasons. I'm not gonna go in detail because I love y'all. I love doing YouTube. And I like taking y'all along with me in my life or whatever. And it's also cool to like get other people's feedback and see what people be commenting and stuff. Like, that's cool. And I like telling y'all my business, just not everything. Everything's not meant to be shared. So I'm not really gonna go in much detail about why I had to get out, but I had to get out. However, I will say it was not my choice. I didn't get kicked out because I did anything. I didn't even really get kicked out. I just got discharged. I just got general discharge. And yeah, I'm home. So I was at the program. Mind you, we're not supposed to be there longer than 3 months. But I was at the program for 5 months. Almost 5 months. Almost for 4 or 5 months. I got there in the middle of March. I didn't get home till July 25th. Was it July? July 25th, almost August. So I left when it was cold. I got home when it was hot, y'all. And I tell you, I done met so many amazing people. I done did so many things I never thought I could do. Like, I did not know I could lose that much weight. Like, I didn't think I could get out of the 200s. But I did. And it was crazy seeing it. I could do so many push-ups. When I was in class, practicing and studying to pass my test, I learned how to do division. And I know that sounds stupid because I'm 20 years old and I've been to school all 12 years. But y'all, when we was in school and they was teaching me division, I was lost. And they just kept going. And somehow I passed. So I learned how to do division. I learned how to do cross multiplication with big numbers. And y'all, I did not know how to do none of that. But they taught me how to do all that. I just met some real cool people, like good friends that I still talk to this day, that I made plans with in the future, like that I talk to every day. Like, y'all, when I tell you I done made so many good bonds, having to watch my friend, like having to stay at the program, I'm finna cut my car on because baby, it's hot and I'm sweating. And the sun coming up, going down, coming up, going down. They don't know what they want to do. And I'm finna go to anyway, so because I'm almost done. But anyway, sorry y'all. But yeah, having to be there and like when my friends passed their test or did whatever it is that they needed to do to move on to the next step, which is basic training, and I'm still there, and it's like I cried every time, y'all. Like every time a new group came, because the program's 3 weeks. Once you pass your test, you move on to the next, and new people come in. So every time a new group came in, I got close with a couple of people, and then I had to watch them leave. And I'm still here. So, like, y'all, it was so depressing. When I tell you I was so depressed, I haven't been that depressed since my mom died. Like, I was so depressed. I was crying every day. I could barely eat. I was losing weight, but it didn't matter because I'm going home anyway. So, I was just stuck. Like, I had to wait for them to finish my paperwork for me to get discharged. It's levels and processes and papers that need to be signed before you can get out of the Army. So, I had to sit there until everything's done. When I tell you I was so depressed, oh my God, I was so depressed. Oh my gosh, I was so depressed. And I'm not saying the Army is a bad thing. I'm not saying that I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend the Army to anybody as long as you have a strong enough mental state. It takes a lot. Like, when they say it's 80% mental and 20% physical, they mean that. Like, y'all, when I tell you, like, it was so many times I wanted to quit and I wanted to give up and I wanted to go to a drill sergeant and be like, hey, I don't want to do this anymore, start my paperwork. But I didn't. I kept going until I couldn't go no more. So I'm out. I'm home. It's bittersweet. It feels good to be home because I miss my family. I miss my man, my hubby. And like, I just miss the free world. I miss being a civilian. I miss being able to wear whatever clothes I want to wear. I miss being able to get up whenever I wanted to. Like, I miss ordering stuff, getting my hair done, my nails done, just like going out to eat. I miss all that, y'all. Like, I did miss it. However, it is benefits that come with being in the Army and having to go through like that process to become a soldier. Like, them stripping everything from you. You can't have your phone, can't have your hair how you want to, you can't get up when you want to, you can't do none of that. Like, having to get used to that, it just took a lot out of me. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, it took a lot out of me. Like, it was hard. At first it was hard until like I got used to it. I'm like, you know what, this ain't nothing. Stuff didn't go exactly how I thought it was gonna go, but it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason. God do things for a reason. Maybe it's not my time, or maybe it's just not for me, because the Army's not for everybody. But it was an amazing experience. Like, it was good and bad. It was good and bad. It had its good times and it had its bad times. And I wouldn't change it for the world. I wouldn't take it back. I made a lot of money. I made a lot of money. By the time I got out, my bank account was looking good. It was looking right. I was like, mind you, I'm inside. So it's like, I don't have my phone. I only get my phone for an hour on Sunday. So it's like, I couldn't really buy nothing. I couldn't really spend no money or whatever besides the bills that I had. And my bills was on auto pay. So it was like, when I was getting paid, I wasn't spending no money, y'all. Like, not for real. So that bank account was looking right. But it's a good experience. I recommend it to anybody that feel like they lost, or they feel like college isn't for them. They don't want to work a dead-end job, or they need a like a boost, like a stepping stool. Like, you don't know what to do with your life, so just join the Army. Just do it. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, it was definitely worth it. Now, would I do it again? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I don't know if I would do it again. I don't know if I would do it again, because it was like, I don't know, it's one of those experiences that you only do once, unless like you really dedicated and like you really want to join again, or you know, whatever the case may be. But I don't know, like, as of right now, when people ask me would you go back, I don't know. I'm just enjoying being a civilian right now, because when I was in, I was just like I was real depressed, and like, it just took a lot out of me, and I really don't want to get back like that. Like, I don't know, because right now I'm just young and turned. But yeah, y'all, that's where I was at. That's where I've been for the past couple of months. That's why I haven't been like on social media for real, or I haven't been on YouTube, because I've been away trying to become a soldier. But things didn't quite happen like that, and it's okay. It's okay. When I first found out that I was getting discharged, I cried, because I was like, wow, this is something that I really wanted to do. Like, I dropped everything to come here, and like, I went through all this. My hip is fractured. Like, y'all, I was just like, what the freak? Really? I done made it this far just to get sent home? Are you kidding? And then I have to sit here until my paperwork is done. And I was there for like 6 weeks waiting on my paperwork to get done. Not including the time that I've been there trying to pass the test and lose weight. So, I wouldn't say I don't recommend the online program, because it definitely helped me pass my test. I wouldn't say I don't recommend it. I do recommend it. However, just make sure you know what you're doing. I will say that. If you could pass the test at home on your own, do that, instead of going to a program. I would definitely recommend studying at home and trying to pass your test there, because you get more freedom up until it's time for you to take the test. And like, go to basic training, and you get to pick like good jobs. Like, when you in the program, you only get to pick good jobs if you have like a really high score, like a 70. Then you can get like jobs like 68 whiskey, which is a combat medic, which is what I wanted, but my score was not high enough to get that. So I had to get field artillery, which is 13U. And when I think about it, maybe it all worked out, because I really didn't want field artillery, which is blowing stuff up in the ground. I didn't want to do that. But that's just a job I had to get. However, that job seemed good to me versus what else they were giving out. I didn't want to be a cook. I didn't want to be infantry. I didn't want to do none of that. So I was like, okay, maybe it's a good thing that I'm like getting discharged, because I don't want to blow stuff up. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do something in the healthcare field, but things didn't work out like that. So I'm home. I'm working. I have my own car. Praise God when he do it. Have my own car. Soon I'm gonna go back to school. And I know I have my CNA license, but I want to, like, you know, keep going up the ladder or whatever. And yeah, so I'm home, y'all. It feel good to be home. I'm just glad to be out of that environment because it was just very depressing for me. Like, it was fun or whatever while it lasted, but I've had enough, and I'm glad to be home with freedom, able to go where I want without somebody telling me what to do 24/7 and yelling in my face, making me do push-ups. So yeah, y'all, this video is quite long. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to give y'all an update on where I've been because I haven't been doing YouTube, I haven't been posting, I haven't been doing nothing like. But since I've been home, I just been working, getting money, getting tatted up. Like, when I first got home, y'all, as soon as I got home, I got this one. And I got a tattoo that say trust God, but y'all can't even see it because I wash my hands so much. And I also got a leg tattoo that I'll show y'all in another video. But anyways, I can't stand people in my face. Anyways, I'm gonna start back doing YouTube, y'all. I'm gonna start back posting, vlogging, doing videos. I got a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of stuff that I'm gonna be doing. And yeah, I'm also give y'all a car tour. I need to go clean my car out and get it washed. But I'm gonna give y'all a car tour because I'm done decorating for the most part. It's some things that I want to get like upgraded because it is an older car, but I love my car. She's paid out full and she's mine. That's all that matters. But anyways, y'all, that's all for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed. I miss y'all so much. I hope y'all miss me. But I will be back with some more videos. I'm gonna try to post like once every week. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that though because I be working. When I be working, I be tired. Like, when I get out of work, I take my shower and I go to bed. Like, y'all, I don't play because I have to get up in the morning and go right back to work and do another 12-hour shift. But I love my job. I love what I do. And yeah, but anyways, let's get off topic. I'll be back with another video for y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed this one. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more of me. And I love y'all. Bye.
Oh girl, you are,